The count goes on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting far.
Jumped In by William Kowalski. Chapter 5. Alien Scientist Expedition number 9002.
Oh, man.
Return to University Campus. Mission: locate Lanya, hot human girl who helped me. Possibly get phone number so I can call her and ask her out.
Yeah.
Maybe steal another one of the muffins. Man, it was good. It had chocolate chips in it. How am I going to call her? I have a phone, but no phone plan. Never mind. I'll figure that out later. I'll leave the house early in the morning. On the way back to campus, I pass two crackheads screaming at each other in the corner. One very old black man lying on a bench. He might be dead. I don't stop to check. If I see a problem, I do not get involved. That is rule number 1 of the hood. Keep moving. Just keep moving. One car, full of 4 thugs, who pass me like a shark cruising a swimmer. In this hood, you get real good, real fast at telling from a distance what color of clothing people are wearing. I can see from 1,000 miles away that these guys are wearing the white t-shirts and black do-rags of the locals. And I can see that Boss himself is sitting in the passenger seat. My blood turns cold. I get ready to run or fight. Not sure why thinking is an option. If it comes down to that, I'm dead. I won't give up, but I don't stand a chance either. Boss and I lock eyes for a minute. Maybe just a second. Or maybe our eyes don't meet at all, but I think they do. He turns and says something to the guy who's driving. The car comes to a screeching to a halt. Stereo so loud it upsets my stomach. Or maybe that's my fear. The music gets quieter. Boss sticks his arm out the window and points at me. Then he beckons. I stare at him, wishing very hard that this wasn't happening. Time stretches out, and moments become hours. I can feel my feet moving toward him, even though I don't want to go. I stop about 10 feet away. I don't want Boss to be able to grab me. I've seen him do cruel things to people before, like drag them down the street with his car when they ain't paid what they owe.
Ouch.
Or when they don't show the proper respect. Boss has killed people. I'm sure of it. But the cops don't care, and no one will rat him out anyway. I don't say anything. I just wait. Boss is about 35 years old, I guess. That's old for a free gangster. Most of them are dead or doing hard time by that age. He wears a black do-rag on his bald head and a white muscle shirt. He got really ripped arms from working out in the prison yard, where he spent most of his life. Scar on his forehead. Not sure I want to know how he got that. "Sup with you, man?" says Boss. He has a real deep voice, like the rumbling of a truck. "Sup, Boss?" I say. He gives me a long, critical look. "Your name Rashid, ain't it?" "Yeah, Boss." "Yeah, I thought so. I knowed your daddy."
Oh, really?
"Running with these days?" I shrug. "Nobody," I say. "What? Speak up, fool! Can't hear you." "Nobody, Boss." He looks at me for a long while. "How come I don't see you around much?" I shrug again. "I like to lie low," I say. "Not bother nobody. You like to lie low. How you gonna feed your family, man?" "Get a job." "What kind of job?" "I don't know," I say. "You ain't going to school, I hear." Now, how did he hear that? Boss knows everything. That's scary. "Nah," I say. "So what kind of job you gonna get? You ain't been to school." "I don't know, Boss. I hear you like to read books."
Yeah.
"Yeah." "Tell me what this mean. No man is an island." Another shrug. "I don't know, Boss." "Don't be telling me you don't know. Think about it. Tell me what it means."
Oh, wise
It
guy,
means-
huh?
"You gotta run with somebody," I say. "What's that you say?" "You gotta run with somebody." I say again. That's right. Gotta run with somebody. Why don't you want to run with us? I look down at my shoes. Ain't my life, that's all, I say. What I really want to say is, because you're the sons of bitches who shot my sister.
Nice.
And you're ruining the world for everyone who lives anywhere near you.
Nice.
I don't have that kind of courage in real life. Only in daydreams.
Bingo!
Your daddy is my boy,
Oh, really?
Boss says. You know that? What he means is that he and my father were good friends. And I did not know that. I wasn't going to look up at him, but I can't help myself. I stare at him in surprise. Really? Yeah, me and him was tight. He was alright. Tough. Solid. Respect. Word, I say. I want to ask him if he knows where my father is, but I'm afraid what the answer might be. You look just like him, he says. I didn't know that either. My mother would never say such a thing to me. She never talks about my father. You're gonna need a job, Boss says. And you're gonna need people, too. Who are you gonna hang with? Those white kids at the college like you like to go to?
Yes!
What you think? You some kind of frat boy or something?
Yes!
He knows that too? You want to be a man? You gotta be productive,
Okay.
says Boss. And you want to be productive? You gotta line yourself up with the people who make things happen around here. You understand? Otherwise, you produce nothing, and you might end up helping the wrong people. I can feel him staring at me. I don't want to meet his eyes. Remember what I say, says Boss. No man is an island. No man is an island, Boss, I say. He turns to a driver. Bounce, he says. His stereo starts blasting again, and the car rolls down the street. I have to check to make sure I didn't wet my pants. I just survived an encounter with the leader of the vocals.
Oh, man.
Maybe that's enough for one day. Maybe I should just go back to bed. It's going to be all downhill from here. If I go back to the university, I might see Lanya again. No matter what happens now, it won't scare me near as much as what just happened.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Cause you know we're about to rip shit up.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble.
It's Friday morning, about 8:30. Campus is a busy place. Lots of people walking to class or just sitting and talking. Everyone has a coffee in his or her hand. I figure I should get one too.
Oh,
But I don't want to spend the money, and you really can't steal coffee. I specialize in things that fit into my pockets. I always wear cargo pants. So many pockets, even I lose track. I spend a lot of time looking around, waiting to see who might be spying on me. But I don't see any gangsters in black do-rags. I don't see Lanya anywhere either. So I just hang. It's fun watching all these people. I check out some kids skateboarding, grinding down the steps. They don't have a care in the world. They'll go to classes, graduate, get good jobs, nice houses. Their lives are like an old TV show. Not real, just pretend. My life is real. Theirs is a TV script. I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. Oh man, it's old Officer Friendly. The same cop who tried to kick me out of the library yesterday. Hey there, he says. Remember me?
No.
Sup, I say. Darius Higginbottom, right?
Yeah.
I try not to laugh at that. The one and only, I say. How are things in Neem? Great. Just perfect. On your way to class? Yeah. I was just headed that way now. You said criminal justice, right? Yep. Well, the CJ building is on the other side of campus, you know. Oh, well, I'm going to a special presentation this morning, I say. Really? Yeah. It's called How to Hassle Brown Kids for No Reason. All cops have to take it. Funny, says Officer Friendly. He and I eye each other up for a few seconds. What you messing with me for? I ask. I'm not messing with you. I'm just doing my job, he says. A robot could do your job. Why don't you go find some criminals to arrest? My neighborhood is full of them. Oops, I just gave myself away. My old neighborhood, before I became a college student. If you were a real cop, that's where what you'd be doing. If there were any real cops anywhere, they'd be arresting the ones who need it. The dealers and the punks, the gangbangers, not people who ain't bugging anyone.
Oh,
Man.
dear.
I hate this dude. His prickly hair, his sunglasses, his big arms, his cocky attitude. Cops think they protect people, but all they do is strut around, acting like they own the place. Make themselves feel better for having tiny dicks. He probably grew up watching NASCAR
What's the
and
matter?
yelling shit at black people out car windows for fun. Maybe he was in the Klan. I bet he's got a Nazi tattoo somewhere under that uniform. My job is to protect this campus, he says. If your job was being a racist, you'd be getting a medal. I say, what do you say? You heard me.
Oh, really?
You think because I'm asking you questions I'm a racist? Well, I don't say you bugging any other people around here. It's because they all belong here. They go to school here. What's your story? I told you. Criminal justice. That's a funny thing to pick. If you're gonna lie, why not pick something believable? Because black kids can't be cops? That's not what I meant, he said. You're not really a student here. You don't live in Meme. I checked. Your name isn't Darius Higginbottom.
Busted.
You lied to a cop. That makes you suspicious. That right there is enough reason to arrest you. Fine, I'm going, I say. I turn around and start walking. Wait, he says. What you want now? Tell you what. I'll make you a deal. I look at him for a long moment. People never try to make deals unless you think they're going to come out ahead. What deal? A criminal justice deal. You obviously care about law and order. You think being a cop is so easy. I bet you'd be great at it. You see those kids over there skateboarding?
Oh, shit.
Yep. I see them. Here's your first criminal justice assignment. Go over there and tell them to stop.
Nice.
I laugh. Why would I do that? Because you're not allowed to skate on those steps. It's dangerous, and they're damaging private property.
True.
There's a sign right there that says, no skateboarding. See it? Yeah, I see it. Maybe I was wrong about this guy. Maybe he's not trying to put one over on me. Maybe he's just nuts. So, let's see you strut your stuff. Man, you crazy. I ain't about to go over there. Stupid white people rules, no skateboarding. Is he serious? Who cares about skateboarding? Maybe they should put up signs in the neighborhood that says, no crack dealing, no gangbanging, no shooting 9-year-old girls in the back. Signs about things that matter. Illegal skateboarding is the biggest problem these people have to deal with. They don't know how good they got it. Why not? He says. Because I don't care if they skate. Besides, you think they're gonna listen to me? Why would they listen to you? Look at me. I ain't even got a uniform on. It's not about the uniform, says Officer Friendly. It's about the way you carry yourself. It's about being assertive. You mean acting like a jerk, I say. That's how you need to think about it. Alright, you're the expert in that. So, how do you do it? What you do is, you just go over there and look them in the eye. You don't try to push them around, but you don't back down either. You let them know by your body language that you mean business. And just tell them they have to stop. You show them the sign, you tell them to move along. And if they don't, then you call it in. Call it in? Are you serious? Yep. And you ask for their ID and you write them a ticket. Call it in? How? On what? My phone? I ain't even got a phone plan. Don't let it come to that, he says. Your job is to make them move. That is the only acceptable outcome. These kids are older than me, bigger than me, richer than me, whiter than me. What if they don't? I say, well then, says Officer Friendly, I'm gonna kick you off this campus for good. If I ever see you back here, I'll arrest you. Because this is private property, and it's for people who want to learn. Not people who want to scope out chicks and steal food from the student union. You ever want to come back here again? This is the deal. Uh-oh. I guess he saw me take that muffin yesterday. I swallow. Alright. Here I go. As I approach these kids, I think, I could just keep on walking. You can't do anything to me. I could just walk off campus and go home. But then, I can't come back here anymore. And besides, they're not supposed to be skateboarding. What is wrong with them anyway? There's a sign right there that says, no skateboarding. People are trying to walk up and down the stairs, and they're in the way, making it dangerous for everyone else. Like, they don't even care if they accidentally hurt someone. And there's one thing that really pisses me off, is people who make it dangerous for everyone else.
Oh.
Yo! I say. The three of them ignore me. It's like, I'm not even there. Hey! Listen up! They stop. They look at me. Yeah? Says one. You can't skate here, yo! I say. There's a very long silence. I swear you can hear the wind blowing through my dreads. What? Says one of them. There's a sign right there that says so. The three of them look at the sign. They look at me. Clearly, they don't believe what they are seeing and hearing. So? Y'all being a nuisance, I say. People trying to walk up and down these steps, and they have to go around you. It ain't right. So take off. Get out of here with them things. Or what? Says one of the skaters. Or I'm gonna call 911 on your asses and get you some tickets. That's what. I say. Choice is yours. They look at each other, then back at me. This goes on for about 20 seconds. Okay, bro, he says. Chill out. They pick up their boards, start to walk away. I stand there and watch them go. I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. I look back at Officer Friendly. He's half hiding behind a tree. He's smiling at me and he can't believe it either. He gives me a big thumbs up. What a weird day this is turning out to be.
You talking shit for the hell of it. Addicted to betrayal, but you're relevant. You're terrified to look down.
Chapter 7. So what's your real name? Officer Friendly asks me. Rashid,
Oh,
I say. Well, Rashid, you were great, says Officer Friendly. A real natural. We're sitting in the student union. Officer Friendly has bought me some French fries. He's having a water. Got to keep his manly figure. Me? I could live off French fries. I eat and eat and never gain weight. Thanks, I say. Fries here are pretty good. I look around as I eat them. Lots of people are looking at us, trying to figure it out. What is that cop doing with that punk? I'm trying to figure it out too. So, how does it feel? I shrug. Okay, I guess, I say. Just okay? Pretty good, actually. Why? What you mean, why? Why did it feel good?
Oh,
I don't know,
boys,
man.
Diane.
What's with all the questions? I'm trying to get you to do a little self-reflection, says the good officer. Don't act like I'm pulling teeth or something. Self-reflection. Gah! I had a teacher last year who was always asking us to write papers about self-reflection. Every time you tied your shoe, he wanted you to reflect on the experience. And then write 500 words about it. Drove me crazy. I hate self-reflection.
Okay.
But I decided to humor him. Felt good because felt like I helped. He nods. Helped how? Help keep people safer, I say. Maybe just a little bit, but that's better than doing nothing. Were you scared? A little. Not really. Why not? Well, I knew you were right there. If I yelled, you'd come. He nods. And now you just learned another lesson. The importance of backup. You ever have backup? He shakes his head and grins. Not me. I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
Only time I ever get to ask for help is on a dangerous situation. Like if someone has a weapon. Does it ever happen to you? Not yet. But it could. So when you got to tell people to do something, you're on your own. And you have to hope they listen. Not hope. I make sure they listen. Try not to leave anything to chance. I finished my fries. You still hungry? He asks. Come on, man, you embarrassing me, I say. I'm not some starving African kid. You wouldn't eat a hamburger? Well, 5 minutes later, I'm tearing into a hamburger. So, where do you really live? He says. I tell him the name of my intersection. He nods. Rough part of town, he says. No cops around there, I say. We got bigger problems than skateboarding. You have family? I tell him about my sister and my mom. I'll leave out the part about my mom being a drug addict. No need to fill every stereotype today. So how come you hang around here? I want to go to college someday, I say. I'm surprised to hear myself say that. I never said that out loud before. I never even let myself think it. But he doesn't laugh at me or look surprised. He just nods again. I figured that was it, he says. I knew when you told me criminal justice that you were a man with a plan. Come on, bro, I say. I was just straight up gassing you. I never wanted to be no criminal justice major. I never even thought about it. Not once. And yet you said it,
Busted.
Officer Friendly says. You didn't hesitate. You just said it. So I think you tell him the truth. You really do want to make the world a safer place. Yeah, maybe, I say. Starting with your neighborhood. Am I right? He looks at me. I'm surprised to feel myself getting hot behind the eyes. Like they're about to start leaking. Damn, is this dude some kind of wizard? I duck my head down and pretend to blow my nose into a napkin. Because for some reason, when he said that, my thoughts went right to my sister. Oh, hey there, says Officer Friendly. How are you today, Lanya? Oh no, not now. The worst possible time.
Yeah.
Hi there, Officer Townsend, says Lanya. She got a stack of books in her arms, and she's looking as perky as ever. Hi, Darius. Hi, I mumble. What are you guys up to? We were just talking about the criminal justice, says Officer Friendly. Great, says Lanya. Listen, I have to run. I'm late. I just wanted to say hi. Nice to see you guys are friends now. Today is the kind of day when I feel like I can do anything. Did I not just run a bunch of older skate punks off the steps? I am no longer just plain old Rashid. I am Darius Higginbottom, unstoppable avenger of justice.
Nice.
Don't leave, girl. I need your digits, I say. Officer Townsend stares at me as if I started speaking ancient Greek. So does Lanya. Then she busts out laughing. I feel myself starting to blush. Why did I even say that? It busted out of me before I had time to think. I never was too good at controlling my mouth. Okay, Darius, she says. Since you asked, here you go. She takes out a scrap of paper and a pen from her purse, writes her number down, and hands it to me. Gotta respect a man who knows what he wants, she says. Then she leaves. Officer Townsend is shaking his head like he can't believe what just happened. I have no clue how you just pulled that off, but I gotta give it up to the master, he says. That was slick. I got away with the ladies,
Oh, really?
I say. I don't want him to see I was just as shocked as he is. She likes you, man. She stuck up for you yesterday in the library, too. She thought you were being treated unfairly. I was being treated unfairly. Oh, really? So you really are a student here, and you weren't trespassing? You got me there. What do I do? I say. What do you mean? What do? You call her. Yeah, but then what? Don't you think you better start by telling your real name? He says. Yeah, I say. That will be a good start.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
You can't stay here